So over the weekend, I follow Sean Davis. He is the co-founder of the Federalist. And I saw a tweet from him. A source familiar with Durham's ongoing investigation of the bogus Russian collusion operation tells Federalist Durham isn't doing anything, dropping his investigations. He's worried about blowback from Biden. A separate source who has seen the evidence compiled during the course of Durham's investigation told the Federalist that there is more than enough evidence to indict multiple involved in the Russian collusion hoax on the operation to take down Donald Trump. I don't know if it's going to happen. Sean Davis, welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
First of all, tell us what you know and you can tell us about what's going on behind the scenes.
Right. So I think the most important thing to look at is to step back and kind of see the trajectory of this investigation, which Barr appointed Durham to do back in about mid-2019. It seemed to be going at the proper pace. They were developing leads. In fact, when that big Inspector General investigation came out last December, in which Horowitz, the IG, said, oh, no, the predication for the whole Crossfire Hurricane was fine, you actually had Durham and Barr come out and say, no, that's not true. So fast forward through 2020, things are moving along. Barr himself goes on television, and I think late August, right around when a Mueller and a Comey attorney was indicted for fabricating evidence, and said, we're going to have all this out before the election. This shows that everything is proceeding as it should. And then something happened in early September, and every source I've talked to about this as something changed in mid-September. And that's when we started hearing leaks and getting indications from the media that maybe Durham didn't want to do anything before the election because it would look political. Can't have anything looking political, even though everything is political in America now. And so something changed in September. The momentum stalled. Any sort of demand for indictment seemed to kind of fall away internally. And now multiple sources I talked to are very worried that, we might get a report, but they seem convinced, most, not all, most seem convinced that there's no indictments coming and that if we're lucky, we might get a report.
That is unbelievable. So do you have any idea what might have happened in September?
I don't know. Two sources I talked to over the weekend said they think Durham might have lost his nerve. He's worried that indicting here might look political, and he doesn't want to look political. But
does he have the goods? Does he have evidence of crimes?
I've been told 100% absolutely clear, incontrovertible evidence of crimes to support indictments.
So then to me, that doesn't make sense. Then this guy is an accomplice. I mean, it doesn't matter if it's political or not. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. That's like the church saying, "Oh, no, let's not talk about these scandals because it's the church." No, it doesn't matter who you are. Justice is blind. If an injustice was done, it needs to be exposed. At what point is a prosecutor supposed to care about politics?
Well, you're exactly right. And in fact, with everything being political now, the best way to actually keep politics out of things is to follow the facts, follow the law, and apply them evenly, without bias, without skewing towards one party. And if a member of a certain party happened to do something illegal, they should be held accountable. If a member of another party did something illegal, they should be held accountable. So to the extent that maybe Durham feels it would look political, if he were to indict a host of corrupt Obama-era administration officials for cooking up a hoax, so be it. The facts are the facts. And the problem we have now is we basically have what appears to be a two-tier justice system, where if you have the right connections on the left, you get off scot-free, and if you have the wrong connections on the right, we're going to ring you up for anything.
So where's Bill Barr?
That's a good question. He assures people that it's not been dropped. It's going ahead. But I
don't believe him.
I think it was a Fox interview in August where he said everything's happening. We're going to know before the election. And he's kind of disappeared since then, which is really disappointing because he has said all the right things thus far. We just haven't seen any actual results, which are the only thing that matter at the end of the day.
I am so frustrated because we did our homework. You know, we really put a lot of time and energy for almost a year into what was going on with this investigation, what really happened, put all of the investigations in Ukraine and in impeachment, you know, the whistleblower, all of this stuff. And we have enough to at least convene a grand jury. We have enough. And I don't have access to things that they have access to. If we don't solve this, there is no faith in the republic or justice. I mean, even if it goes to court and everybody is proclaimed innocent, it has to go to court.
That's right. We can't have two systems of justice in this country, which is what we appear to have. When Hillary can get off and be proclaimed by James Comey to be innocent because she didn't do anything illegal, when you have people in the Trump campaign who got rung up for the sole crime of just being involved with the wrong political candidate, which many of them were targeted for, and when you have people like Comey and McCabe, who was fired for lying under the oath, get off scot-free, while someone like General Flynn was taken down because they didn't like his foreign policy views, that's not a republic. That is rule of men. That is not rule of law. And a republic cannot survive where we have a two-tiered system of justice where your guilt or innocence depends entirely on your political connections.
So this is why we are a nation divided. You know, I love how, you know, the left came out immediately after the election, said, oh, finally, we can unite. What? Unite under what? As long as we agree with you? Is that how we unite? Nobody's actually talking about any uniting principles, and those principles are truth, justice, and the American way. It's freedom. It's freedom and liberty and the Bill of Rights. That's what was our unum. It's what brought people together. Without that unum, without the Bill of Rights and a nation of laws and not of men, we have nothing to unite on.